This news update is brought to you by...
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today morning news update for Monday, October 5th. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Beginning December 1st, private service vehicles will be sharing the Sturgis, Edie Village and Martins Bay routes with public service vehicles. This as government rolls out its service integration project in an attempt to provide a more reliable and disciplined bus service. Minister of Transport and Works, Michael Lashley, made this announcement yesterday while addressing owners of private service vehicles at Combermere School. The St. Philip North MP told the audience the private sector vehicles will have access to the Transport Board's terminals.
The reason we are integrating the PSVs into this project is simply because we believe that standards must be set. And it is a fact that the public, day in and day, they're hearing noises in relation to standards exhibited by PSV operators. That is a fact. And of course the noises, they question the standard of behavior. Of course, we do not have the percentage of those persons who are exhibiting what we call substandard behavior, but it seems to be permeating the PSV operations.
Lashley added that the project was originally scheduled to start on October 1st, but it was pushed back by 2 months to ensure transparency in the awarding of contracts for the routes. The Minister of Transport further disclosed that his ministry has received approval from the Town and Country Department to construct a modern terminal in the River Van Stand. Youth Minister Stephen Lashley has announced that the residential phase of the Barbados Youth Service will soon be reinstated. He made the announcement at the mass graduation over the weekend of hundreds of students from 4 post-secondary training programs, including the Youth Service. Lashley noted the live-in aspect of the Youth Service program was suspended because of the need for better accommodation. He said all the necessary legal preparations have been made and the proposal for a new service residential accommodation will be presented to Cabinet shortly.
I have been reminded by several young people of the importance of the residential component of this important program. And of course we know that that residential program was suspended for 2 years due to the lack of appropriate accommodations. This evening, of course, I'm proud to announce that the ministry is actively working to create a permanent home for the Barbados Youth Service. The requisite, I hear some applause, so I'll let you applaud and then I'll continue. Yes, we are working hard to provide that permanent home because we believe that the residential phase of the program is vitally important. And I know that you believe that this program must be returned to the Barbados Youth Service. The requisite paper to provide for that permanent home has been prepared, and the question, of course, will shortly go before the Cabinet of Barbados. This will assist with the restoration of those relevant programs that were either curtailed or reduced.
Residents turned out in their numbers yesterday afternoon for the CIBC First Caribbean's 5K walk and run to raise awareness of breast cancer. The bank organized the annual Walk for the Cure in collaboration with the Barbados Cancer Society's breast screening program. The 5K run started at the CIBC First Caribbean headquarters in Warrens and proceeded along the highway to the Hoddesdale roundabout and ended at the Dome Mall car park. Barbadians bade farewell to gospel icon Joseph Niles, who died on September 19. Hundreds flocked to the gymnasium last evening to pay tribute in song and dance to the musical messenger whose voice has spread across the Caribbean and further afield. His granddaughter, Naomi Mackenzie, remembered him as a family man who also attended to the needs of strangers.
You receive what you give out, and Papa gave nothing but love every single day. Love in his music, love to his family, love to his friends, and love to strangers. I can only hope that one day I am able to exemplify even half the characteristics that he has showed me, not only as a gospel singer, but as a man. Papa, we love you. I love you. Thank you for sharing your musical gifts with us, and thank you for setting the standard for men in my life. I will see you again.
And Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley also referred to Niles as a man who was dedicated to his faith.
Joseph Niles did have his moments. He sang before the Queen of England. He represented Barbados on delegations of Carifesta. He headlined concerts at home and abroad. But he remained humble and dedicated to God. It was never about money. It was about ministry. Indeed, on the back of your program, there are some very touching words by Joseph Niles himself. He said, "I am no actor or showman. I am not an entertainer as such. I'm here to sing the gospel." Nevertheless, the time came for Joseph Niles to take the Holy Train, which was bound for glory on September 19, 2015. Today he is walking up the King's Highway, singing with those who have gone before him. But more importantly, he is singing before the King of Kings.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, the government of the Bahamas has been assessing the damage from Hurricane Joaquin over the weekend. The Category 4 storm left a trail of destruction in the Bahamas before weakening as it headed towards Bermuda. We get more in this report from ZNS News.
Armed with supplies like water, flashlights, tarpaulin, and canned goods, the Deputy Prime Minister assessed damage in 2 islands within his constituency. Davis says the trip was more than just about bringing in relief supplies to residents, but also an opportunity to let people know someone cares. Within the tiny Rumkey community, utility poles looking like snapped twigs were strewn across the streets, and in some instances across homes were just some of the images to be taken in. It was clear that flooding was a challenge during the passage of the storm.
You can see there's a lot of infrastructural damage to the dock here. All of the, some of the significant poles leading to the power station have all been snapped, and so it really means that restoration for electricity may take a while, and hopefully we will be able to bring in a team with the necessary equipment to restore electricity.
During the storm, a number of persons had to leave their homes fleeing rising waters from an already high spring tide. A makeshift command center is now the Rumkey Clinic and drawn on the challenges of finding a safe place.
Out of the church, by the time we made an attempt to go back to church to get our supplies, the water was too high, we couldn't get back. And so we came here, and that intensity lasted maybe for about 2 hours, and at that time it got really calm, and then I guess we were in the eye wall, and so we were able to go out, make a quick assessment, and tell people you have a limited amount of time to get back into the shelter. More people were calling because water had risen, So some people had 9 feet of water in their houses, and so we were saying, get to the shallowest point, and we will try to get to you and rescue you. So we did that.
The death toll from a major landslide in Guatemala continues to rise. More than 50 people were killed when a hillside collapsed on houses in the village of El Cambre, 9 miles outside of the capital. Authorities say over 300 people are still missing, and rescue teams have been trying to reach people trapped under the rubble. Further afield, southeastern France is continuing to clean up after flash flooding yesterday, which killed up to 16 people. 3 senior citizens drowned when their retirement home was flooded, and others were trapped in their cars and tunnels, as well as underground car parks. We get more in this BBC report.
At this caravan park just north of Antibes, this is what it left behind. Family and friends counted one by one among the survivors, or the dead. This is our home, this woman said. All the trailers were underwater, bumping into each other. We were lucky because we were inside it. Towns and cities all along the French Riviera were swamped by the storm. In Nice, officials say 2 months of rain fell in just a few hours. Some of the victims were trapped in their cars. 3 others were killed when floodwater swept through their retirement home.
Je demande d'ailleurs à tous les habitants des Alpes-Maritimes.
I am asking all inhabitants of the Alpes-Maritime region to take all necessary measures. Because of the blocked roads and a highway that is extremely difficult to use, I can see well the anger that is emerging. So it is necessary to adopt the most responsible behaviour possible.
And that's the news. For more news, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good morning.